We got Wolverine, kind of just get him out the way. No explanation needed. It's Wolverine. If he's not in the game, I feel like, you know, it'd be very strange to not have Wolverine in this game. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. There's no way Wolverine doesn't make it to this game. We got a personal pick for mine, Nightcrawler, because he's just never been in another fighting game, and also he has overlap with like other characters like Spider-Man and a little bit of Ghost Rider and certain comics and stuff like that. So I feel like the overlap there with him being like a creature. He's not supernatural, he's kind of, well, he's like 50-50 supernatural, also because he's a mutant, because you know who his dad is and all that stuff. But yeah, Nightcrawler is my other pick for X-Men. And then we have from Fantastic Four, we have Invisible Woman. Again, I don't think Doom's going to be the only character. I know some people don't think Fantastic Four is going to get into the game for some reason. Why? I don't know. But yeah, Fantastic Four, at least not all four of them from the jump. I think at least Sue Storm and my other pick that I chose are definitely going to get in. But the next pick is Strange, again, Avenger pick. Overlap with Ghost Rider, and also he's an Avenger, and he's also part of the Defenders, which we'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, Strange, I feel like he would definitely make it in. Will he play different compared to how he played in Marvel vs. Capcom? Most likely, because I don't think anyone's gonna play the same. Excuse me. We got Blade. I feel like he's well overdue. Should have already been in some sort of Marvel fighting game, but he just isn't in it. Why? I don't know who's deciding characters, but for whatever reason, I don't know why Blade's not like at the top of the list. He's basically Dante before Dante, but hey, to each their own, I guess. I guess someone at Marvel really doesn't like Blade. I don't get it. Then you have Punisher, again, ties into Midnight Suns and also Defenders, which kind of correlates with, you know, group synergy, team synergy, teams overlapping and whatnot, and also, you know, having a traditional zoner like Punisher also kind of just makes sense. Daredevil, again, I feel like he's kind of a given, considering he's in the background of one of the stages as Matt Murdock. And also, again, Defender, it makes sense he get paired up in this game. Also, he's just a fighting game character. He's kind of made for that. All he does is fight. That's like his thing. Same thing with Iron Fist. Same thing I just said about Daredevil. Same thing about Iron Fist. He fights. Put him in a fighting game. It's not as deep. It's not that deep. And my other pick from Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic. I know some people are like, oh, but you got Kamala Khan in here, bro. I think Ken, Ryu, Akuma, Kazuya, Jin, and Heihachi strongly disagree with you. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes, put Mr. Fantastic in the game, and I'm sure he'd play different. Yeah, sure, he stretches too. You know how many people shoot fucking fire or shoot lasers, bro? That's such a dumb I guess analysis. Oh, yeah, they both stretch. They're not gonna both be in the game. They both stretch. That's like saying, oh, if Star-Lord's in the game, no way Punisher. They both have guns. No way Star-Lord and Punisher are gonna be in the game. They have guns. Fucking stupid. But anyway, yeah, put in Mr. Fantastic. He would basically make him a grappler or something. Make him a stretchy grappler, if anything. You can both make him stretch, but he could have a completely different playstyle. It's happened. All right, but yeah. Enough said. Another Avenger, Thor. Again, he's like a monument or a background of him in the stage. Also, he's a mainstay Avenger. I don't see him not being in the game. He could either just be another big body character, depending on how they depict him in the game, or he could be like a fast lightning character. But I don't think they'll do that. I feel like Storm will kind of fill that archetype of being like the fast floaty character, and Thor is definitely going to be the big unga bunga character and everything. But yeah. Thor's in. And then Hulk, again, enough said. Like, I don't see Hulk not being in the game. If he is, I would be shocked, because it's the Hulk. Then you have Venom, again. Usually Spider-Man and Venom are like, there's usually never one without the other. I don't see from anti-hero or villains, I don't see Venom not being there without Spider-Man. I also would love to see what Arxis does with his design. I mean, there's not too much you can do. I don't know, would you make his teeth straight or something, or give him wings or a cape? You could probably make him more demonic maybe or something, but I kind of like him just being a big Venom, big creature, long tongue women fantasy character. Just make him that, and don't overdo it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know what I mean? And then this is like my deep cut, and this is another overlapping character, but also in a Spider-Man world, but also kind of correlates with like Blade and all that stuff as well. Morbius, of all things, right? I know, right? Crazy. I personally don't care for the character, but I feel like if team synergy is the thing, and also like just the synergy of like overlapping characters amongst each other, I feel like is just a really cool idea, and I feel like that might be where they're going to be going with it. Morbius, overlaps with the Spider-Man and the Midnight Suns group of characters that are in the game, and a little bit of Defenders, because they all kind of correlate together as well. But yeah, Morbius, he'd be like that weirdo deep cut character. He might have some weird niche mechanic to kind of drain people's lives, and he'd probably be like Slayer from Guilty Gear, but not as cool in my opinion. But yeah, I think Morbius makes it in, just because you can't have every character be a 10 out of 10. You gotta have some kind of weird off picks, and I feel like he fits that build for sure. My other one is Magic. Again, really cool character, X-Men representative, never been in a fighting game, feels like she's kind of made for a fighting game. It kind of writes itself. And also you could set up in the future for like Colossus or something to be DLC. Marvel characters kind of like write themselves, you know what I mean? Like it does it for you. It's pretty hard to fuck this up. And then another Guardian of the Galaxy representative, you got Groot with Rocket, of course, not just Groot by himself. Because I feel like, I could be wrong, I don't think Arxis has ever done like a really small scale character, like a pixie or like a little character before in a fighting game. I think they've always just done like normal size, if not really big characters, but never anything like small. This could be the first time they do it. But I think if Rocket gets in, it's gonna be like they're gonna make Rocket and Groot the same character, and then Rocket just basically gives Groot access to projectiles, and Groot just be like a big unga bunga tree grappler or something. But yeah, those two are definitely gonna go together for sure. And then for the final Guardians roundup, because I don't want to have Star-Lord be in the game by himself, Gamora again. Kind of fits the aesthetic of a fighting game character. Plus, she's cool, and people are gonna play her not because she's cool, because she's hot and she's green, and most of her shit's revealing. I don't know if they're gonna do that in the game, but if you know, you know. I don't really gotta go too much into that. And then another character that kind of rounds up the, kind of overlaps on everybody's kind of team dynamic and groups. Captain Marvel, again, she's kind of just everywhere. She's also another character I think you're just gonna see everywhere in Marvel in general, and plus she kind of exists amongst the big scale and the small scale Marvel characters within comics and stuff like that. So again, kind of a shoe-in. And now we're getting into villains. Again, I feel like a lot of the villains are kind of the same in most people's lists. You got Thanos, you got Ultron. Hela is kind of like my other pick for I guess just for female representation. And also I think Hela's pretty cool. Some people don't consider her a villain. She's very much she's not cool. And I put Loki in there as well. I consider Loki a villain, but I guess you could, MCU's made him an anti-hero or whatever the fuck. So I threw him in there as well because I would like to see Loki in a fighting game of some sort, see what he would do. He'd probably be like how Mystique would be if she was in this game, but on drugs. And my final character, which is another deep cut, which also kind of overlaps with pretty much everything in Marvel, and also never been in a fighting game before as well, Mephisto. Yes. Give me Mephisto. Yeah, I know some people think, oh, Dormammu or Blackheart or, some other fucking character that's demonic. But Mephisto. I feel like playing as Marvel's Satan would be pretty fucking cool. I was debating between him and Noel, but I feel like Noel is too cool to put in the game just yet. Not that Mephisto is not cool, but I feel like the King in Black would definitely sound like some DLC. You know what I mean? And with that being said, let's go through the roster real quick to see what we got here. We got Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Doom, Star-Lord, Cap, Kamala Khan, Hulk, Ghost Rider, Storm, Venom, Morbius, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Strange, Blade, Punisher, Daredevil, Iron Fist, Magic, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Rocket and Groot, Gamora, Captain Marvel, Thanos, Ultron, Hela, Loki, and Mephisto. I think that's a pretty well-rounded group, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is there anybody you would swap out? Do you like my list? Do you hate it? Is there any characters in particular that you're just looking for? Or anything, really. Let me know in the comments below. I'm dying to conversate and see what people think. But yeah, this is what I think. I think this is gonna be the closest we're gonna get to like an ideal list. There might be some few changes in there. There's some that probably won't make it, but this is just like some deep cuts. There's some deep cuts in it. There's some weirdos in here that I think could actually make it in. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This has been Pocket Pick, and I'll see you on the next video. Godspeed.